Ideas get tested, where the conversations that shape our future begin. Multiple plenary sessions, dynamic speakers, real talk about the issues that impact our communities. And then some good food and a live band. Saturday, October 25th, LA Trade Tech, Left Coast Farm. The event is free and open to the public, but you must register at our KBLA1580.com website, where you can also peep the plenary topics. The future belongs to those who show up and engage. So don't just think about change, be part of the conversation that creates it. The Left Coast Forum is brought to you by the LA Progressive, the Empowerment Congress, Community Coalition, Partnership for Growth LA, Southwest Voter Registration Education Project, LA Care Health Plan, United Teachers Los Angeles, Black Progressive Action Coalition, St. John's Community Health, the National Lawyers Guild, the Weingart Foundation, and more. Space is limited, so if I were you, I'd register right now at KBLA1580.com. Your voice matters, your presence matters. We'll see you there.
I'm Zoe Williams, the voice of reason. If your relationship is in trouble, I'm the dude to call. Has your soulmate become your cellmate? Does black love still exist? What are your bedroom turnoffs? Fantasies and fetishes. Financial infidelity. I'm dating a fat person. Are they worth the wait? Trust me, this gonna be crazy.
How about the heavy stuff?
The child wasn't his, and he still had to pay child support.
It's a very heated topic.
How was that right?
Mama's baby, daddy's maybe.
I just have so many questions I want to ask you.
I just like to kiss. Is there something wrong with that?
Damn.
He told me he had a vasectomy. I'm pregnant.
Betrayal has been committed.
Hit you with the bad pipes routine.
How does he maintain his humposity?
He likes it when it pinches my neck.
Why can't you open up, brother?
I'm a karate man. Karate man rules on the inside. They don't show their weaknesses.
Yeah.
How do you write women so well?
Zoe Williams,
Reason and accountability.
the voice of reason.
Okay, we're plugging along in our series on what are the attitudes I need if I'm going to get recovery and do it well. And it's important because a lot of people focus on recovery about what you need to do, and that's important to focus on, but it's just as important as to what attitudes do I need to have. Because without the right attitudes, usually you're not going to make it in recovery. So tonight I want to talk about the attitude of forgiveness. And it's going to take me 2 nights this week and next week to do it. And here's what. What comes out of complex trauma is you got hurt thousands of times. And you were hurt repeatedly. But as a child, you got angry and there was no way to resolve that hurt. The person didn't stop hurting you. The person wasn't sorry for what they did. But you couldn't express your anger, so you bottled it up, and it usually would turn into a resentment and an unhealthy expression of it. What I have found in people in recovery is that there's a lot of misunderstandings about resentment. And that's why I'm going to take tonight on resentments, because so many people don't understand resentments properly. If you've done the 12 steps of AA, Step 4, a fearless moral inventory, one of the top priorities is that you list your resentments. And I have done step 5s with many people, and it's always interesting to me how many think they have a resentment when it's really not a resentment. And others, they don't think they have a resentment there, but they really do. And so there's a lot of confusion. The healthy response to getting hurt and the way to resolve it is to forgive. But that has just as much confusion as resentments. A lot of misteaching that has done a lot of damage. And so next week we're going to talk about forgiveness and what that means. And it is a super important attitude if we're to move forward and get past all the hurts that we've experienced. And just in case you think that the hurts were only done to you in the past, one of the realities about recovery is you get hurt over and over again. It's not people who are perfect beside you. It's a lot of mixed up people who are very imperfect, and we tend to hurt each other. Maybe not intentionally.
No. I'm sorry.
But it does happen. And so there's hurts that continue to need to be worked through if we're going to make it in recovery. So let me start.
So now, who was that? Do we know? Of course we know. Tim Fletcher? Yes, that's I just didn't remember his name. The voice was right there. Tim Fletcher out here cooking. But here's the heavy piece. You're a stagnant magnet, right? Because you refuse to do something. But before I get to that, I don't want people to think that I was going at Sherry Shepherd personally. I'm just saying this is normal for our society to attack each other and not take responsibility for what we co-create in our own relational experiences. It might sound like wisdom, but it's not. There's a spiritual aspect of relationship that is happening. People who are codependent are predisposed to being attracted to those who are narcissistic. Do you think they're consciously aware of it? People who are narcissistic find codependent people very attractive. They are drawn to each other. Oh, the same dynamic can be found in attachment theory. Avoidance and anxious, the anxious avoidant trap. Everybody's reading the attached book, but we're not seeing the coded metaphor that relationship is a mirror. What happened in the past sets the tone for what is happening now, or what has happened in your adult relationships. And if what has happened in the past has not been reconciled, you are dating reenactments. Even at a fractal level, at a fragmented level, do you understand what I'm saying? Learning and growing and evolving is an incremental phase. It happens in increments, right? So you might be better than you were, say, 5 years ago, but there's still much more work to do. So the next reflection you call in may be a reenactment, but in a different way, because you're not the same person you were 5 years ago because you learned a little bit. But you're still calling in fragments of this reenactment so that it can be what? Reconciled. But in order to reconcile it, you got to recognize it. And then once you recognize it, you got to claim it as yours. And once you claim it as, do you understand what I'm saying? You're not stuck because the past refuses to release you. You're stuck because your nervous system and your language refuses to release the past. You got to drop the ledger, update the grammar, train the body to trust peace. And I'm not talking about quiet. Quiet is, don't talk about that. Don't confront me. I'm not good with confrontation. That's an avoidant thing. Avoidants don't like criticism or tough conversations, right? But it's interesting how anxious folk want to have the tough conversations. Because in having the tough conversations, they think they will get some kind of validation or understanding or closure. Do you see this mirrored dynamic? Again, drop the ledger, update the grammar, train the body to trust peace. Please understand, I always make the distinction between quiet and peace. Right? Call your love back from accounting and put it into circulation. Forgiveness is not charity for the offender. It is oxygen for the organism. Right? When the current moves, the magnet dies and intimacy begins. Do you see? It's important that we understand that. You're stuck because it's your story. That's what got you stuck. Your story has been transformed into your sense of self, right? It is the axis of you now. And it's a damn magnet that calls in a concomitant experience. And that's your norm. Ooh, Lord. Cali Soul, get back in here. Callie, I need you now. Lord, I need you to come in.
You gonna stop this now. You gonna stop this. You gonna stop
What am
you
I?
gonna stop this.
What did I do, Callie?
You got me on this. I am the thinker. When you were saying everything that you were just saying, I was thinking of that. I am the thinker that thinks the thought that creates the thing.
Come on.
Or the situation. Or the situationship.
So let me ask you, why did you create the last situation? What was the purpose of you creating the last situationship?
So I could see myself so that I can get all that cleaned up. Like I've said before, I don't know if you remember me saying this before, but I am serious about my assignment. This is a generational assignment.
Yes. Yes.
This is something that's been repeating itself and repeating itself and repeating itself. It's a cycle. It's a toxic cycle. I am spiritually exhausted right now. So I can't imagine how spiritually exhausted my ancestors must have been.
Ooh. I hear you.
I'm done. This is done.
So you're telling me that you're going to stay connected and invested to the process.
Oh, yeah. I'm like, and it's going to be a process, which means every time that I have the urge to lie, I'm going to tell the truth.
Are you listening to this lady? Andy, are you listening to this woman tonight?
It is a choice. I have the power. The devil didn't make me do it.
So peel it back. Why did you choose to lie? Because I've chosen to lie. We are, listen, I made that choice before.
Yeah.
So I'm not here to villainize you. I am a person who has experienced that crossroad where I can tell the truth or I can lie about it. Now, for a man, they say, well, if you lie, you lack integrity. Does that apply to women as well?
Absolutely.
Talk to me. So was it safer to you to lie?
No. It still created pain for someone. It created pain for me. It created pain for me. As I was saying, I sat for 3 days, and I reminded myself, don't react to this, because the ego picked up. I wanted to say all kind of nasty things like, let's push the dagger in. But the same way I had set my intuition down in the corner, and I took my panties off and I stuffed them in her mouth so she would just shut up, and I could be up to the foolishness I was up to. I set my ego down and said, no, it's not time to attack right now. Let him get it all out.
Wow.
Because it's not going to hurt me. These words can't hurt me. But he does deserve the healing space that we all say, oh, I'm holding space for you. This is a safe space. This is a safe space. Get it all out.
And if I'm not mistaken, your attachment style was avoidant?
Dismissive avoidant.
Dismissive avoidant. For you to sit down and initiate the conversation, whereas avoidance, they're named avoidant, dismissive avoidant. We're not talking about nothing.
Hey,
for you
to transmuting.
Wow, that's huge.
We are working. We on the operation table.
I love that.
Because if not, you're going to keep on bumping your head on that same spot.
Man, this is the most grown show we have done. This whole week been fire. Hey, Callie Soul, you know I love you. I appreciate you. Guess what you just did, child?
I bought Denver in the building.
Denver, Colorado is stamped. It is goated forever. Hey, if you want to bring your city in the building, all you got to do is call me at 1-800-920-1580. Let's get Jim from Los Angeles in here right now. Jim, You've
Hey,
been
hey, hey.
You've been listening. What are your thoughts on tonight's topic?
I was just listening to her, and it was just totally amazing. But on the sidebar, because I've been doing the work, I'm like, listen, the truth is the truth. And I get in a lot of trouble because of that. Because I've developed saying the truth. You can't do nothing to me. What you going to do to me? Nothing. I'm going to tell you the truth because it benefits me. I used to lie or obstruct the truth or whatever that looks like. But when I got to doing the spiritual work, the truth is the truth. I have done all what she said. I chose to lie, but why am I lying when you can't do shit to me?
Jim,
I'm sorry.
Jim now.
You can't do anything to me. Let me back it up. Thank you for not deleting me. But you can't do anything to me. There's power in the word of the truth. It is only you expressing yourself. And I don't want to be in the 6th grade over and over again. I need to get to the 7th. And how do I get to the 7th? By passing the 6th. And that's really what it is. How do I get it? What did I not do in this? Like I said in the text message, it's not you, it's me.
So, Jim, work with me here. Let's work together on this.
Let's break it down.
See, I need you because you're a woman, and by default, that means you are powerful. And then on top of that, you're a black woman. That means you're a descendant of the first woman that ever existed. You are a daughter of Eve up in here. So what I need from you is to answer a question, because people struggle with this real understanding of what relationship is about. We live in a society that's toxic, that's transactional, that's material, that's commercial, but there is a spirit. I know you. There is a spirit in Jim that transcends everything that this world is about. So how do we get this understanding of what relationships are really for? If pain feels sacred, what keeps you from releasing your altar? If pain is sacred, what keeps you from releasing that pain?
Releasing that pain is helping my partner understand that pain is not real in that space. Pain is not what we should be looking at. We are designed to help each other. And if you're in pain, then how can I help you? And you need to help me. And if it can't be that way, then I am not the water. I am the seed.
Wait, stay right there. Don't go nowhere. When we come forward, we got to talk to Jim again because she's cooking right now. And I have a question for her. I'm going to say it right now. Think about this, Jim. Do we mistake overthinking and rumination for reverence? Is that why we remain stuck or remain feeling stuck when we come forward? We coming back to Los Angeles. Jim!
Relationships. Got you confused? Need some straight talk? This is where you get the unfiltered truth about love, relationships, and everything in between. He breaks down relationship dynamics with no-nonsense wisdom and practical advice that actually works. Tackling the questions you're afraid to ask and giving you the answers you need to hear. You're inside the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Seems like there's more identity theft in the news every day.
Another major healthcare breach was reported today, resulting in the exposure. Now, 1 in 4 consumers have been a victim of identity.
That's because there are endless places that could accidentally expose you to identity theft, in a breach, or simply by mistake. LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second. If your identity is stolen, we'll fix it, guaranteed or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS at LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
Stop settling for weak sound. It's time to level up your game and bring the boom. Hit the town with the ultra-durable LG X Boom portable speaker and enjoy vibrant sound wherever you go. Elevate your listening experience to new heights because, let's be real, your music deserves it. The future of sound is now with LG X Boom. And for a limited time, save 25% at LG.com with code FALL25. Bring the boom. X Boom.
Ready to order?
Yes. We're earning unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with a Capital One Saver card, so let's just get one of everything.
Everything?
Fire everything. The Capital One Saver Card is at table 27, and they're earning unlimited 3% cash back.
Yes, Chef! This is so nice.
Had a feeling you'd want 3% cash back on dessert.
Ooh, tiramisu.
Earn unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with the Capital One Saver Card. Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. The Autopsy Initiative provides a second autopsy free of charge for victims' families who have lost their loved ones due to a police-related death. The services offered through the initiative include the completion of a second autopsy, disclosure of preliminary findings, and a final autopsy report. A police-related death is when an individual is harmed by police officers using deadly force, which results in an individual's death. Police-related death includes in-custody deaths, including those that arise during contact with law enforcement officers during arrest, pursuit, booking, transport, or incarceration. The Autopsy Initiative has a team of board-certified pathologists on call. An autopsy request may be completed by anyone with a close relationship with the victim, which may include the victim's spouse, partner, relative, close friend, or lawyer. To request a free second autopsy for a victim of police violence, please visit knowyourrightscamp.com. That's knowyourrightscamp.com. Then click on Autopsy, then click on Request. At KBLA, we believe in justice for victims of police violence. We say their names, and we don't black down. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
You know you want some more. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
So why can't we just forgive and move on? Because forgiveness doesn't lead to closeness or safety or connection. Now, forgiveness can lead to peace. That means we forgive them to let go of the debt that they owe us. That's why we say people owe you an apology. It's because they took something from you. There's a debt, there's a wound. They hurt you. And we can intentionally let go of that resentment and cancel the debt that they owe us because we know they can't really pay us back anyways. But at the same time, forgiveness alone doesn't lead to trust being rebuilt, does it? And a relationship lives or dies based on trust. We can forgive and move on, but if that person is still in your life and you're asking, why can't I just forgive them and everything feel okay? That's just not the way it works. Your body is too smart for that. It knows they aren't a safe person. It knows they aren't trustworthy. Why would your body want to give more of itself to someone who is only taking advantage of you?
Man, that's Jimmy on relationships. Listen, I got a journal entry for you. Because when somebody hurts us, you heard what he said, it's a debt and it's a wound. And if it's a psycho-spiritual debt, it must be repaid. I've got a practice journal entry for you. This question, I want you to answer it. Get your journals out. Get your journals out. This is a journal moment. What would my love look like if I didn't need a wound to feel holy? Oh, yes, because the victimhood feels righteous. The victimhood feels like, yes, you did this to me. You owe me. The entitlement is rampant. Right? Listen, it's a practice journal. And I'm not trying to give you the answer. What would my love look like if I didn't need a wound to feel holy? Back to Jim from Los Angeles. Jim, the question.
I'm going to go with.
No, go ahead.
Before we do the question, I'm going to talk about that forgiveness.
Mm-hmm.
People don't know about the Bible, but I did the course 77 times 7. I was told to write whoever I need their forgiveness from. And it was just a releasing process because that person had already passed away. But to release, that just shows how we're taught that our mind and our bodies are so. But once I did that, it was released. 7 times, Jesus said, 7 times 7. Write it down. 70 times 7. While you're not forgiving this person, can you do 70 times 7? And then when you write it down, you just no more. I forgive you, whether you accept it or not, because forgiveness is my part. Forgiveness is my role. You don't have to accept it. I need to release it.
I love it.
And once it's released, whether you accept it or not, that's what it is for me. Now, double back to what you asked me.
Let me just say this, Jim. I love you. I got to push forward now, but I love you. You already cooked it up the way it's supposed to be cooked.
There you go.
Guess what you just did, my sister, Jim?
I brought L.A. in the building, Zoda.
Los Angeles is up in the building. It's your brother Zoda from Star Wars. You know we up in here cooking with that rare lightsaber grease. When I come forward, I'm going to Houston, Texas. You already know what it is. Let's get it. Let me take you to heaven. I'm gonna let you show.
He's on fire tonight. It's the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams, exclusively on KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Amber Payton with BIN News Now. Tensions are rising between President Trump and Illinois leaders as the White House considers invoking the Insurrection Act to deploy troops in U.S. cities. Trump blasted Democratic Governor J.B. Pritzker and Chicago's Black Mayor Brandon Johnson for failing to protect ICE officers.
I've seen the law, and when you have a group of people where the police call off the safety for ICE officials, I've understood that, and I've read it today in numerous journals, that's illegal.
Texas National Guard troops have already arrived in Chicago. Black House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries is slamming Congressman Mike Lawler, calling him a malignant clown and a total fraud after a heated Capitol hallway exchange over the Affordable Care Act. And a judge says Sean Diddy Combs cannot choose where he serves his 50-month sentence, but recommends placement near New York City in a substance abuse program. Get BIN News Now on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
Think It Up is an initiative to activate student-powered, teacher-led learning projects. Students and teachers, how can you spark great learning experiences in your classrooms today? Join at thinkitup.org.
Hello, KBLA delegation. Tavis Smiley here. On Saturday, October 25th, LA Trade Tech becomes the epicenter of ideas that matter. The Left Coast Forum is bringing together voices that challenge, inspire, and illuminate, with keynote presentations from people like noted economist Richard Wolff, the man who breaks down capitalism in ways that make sense to working folk like you and me, and Dr. Cornel West will be there, the brilliant philosopher and activist who never stops fighting for justice and speaking truth to power and to the powerless, for that matter. So this isn't just another conference. This is where ideas get tested, where the conversations that shape our future begin. Multiple plenary sessions, dynamic speakers, real talk about the issues that impact our communities, and then some good food and a live band. Saturday, October 25th, LA Trade Tech, Left Coast Forum. The event is free and open to the public, but you must register at our KBLA1580.com website, where you can also peep the plenary topics. The future belongs to those who show up and engage. So don't just think about change, be part of the conversation that creates it. The Left Coast Forum is brought to you by the LA Progressive, the Empowerment Congress, Community Coalition, Partnership for Growth LA, Southwest Voter Registration Education Project, LA Care Health Plan, United Teachers Los Angeles, Black Progressive Action Coalition, St. John's Community Health, the National Lawyers Guild, the Weingart Foundation, and more. Space is limited, so if I were you, I'd register right now at KBLA1580.com. Your voice matters, your presence matters. We'll see you there.
Yo, it's O. Williams, the VOR, and I know you're tired of pretty gems with pretty lies, where people seem to scroll more than they sweat. Well, it's time to level up. Welcome to Huff and Puff, where excuses die and champions rise. Smack dab at 1221 North La Brea on the corner of Fairview. This ain't a photo shoot, it's a battleground. Certified achievers in the game. Trainers who grind with you, not post pictures beside you. Whether you're chasing your next personal record or just trying to outrun your past, this is your sanctuary of sweat. No mirrors, no filters, no fluff, just pain, passion, and purpose. Stop talking, start training, huff hard, puff loud, be legendary. Where folks go to war with their weaknesses. Huff and Puff.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Hi, I'm Chuck McDowell, the timeshare cancellation guy. In 2011, I founded Wesley Financial Group with one goal in mind: to help honest folks out of their timeshares permanently. Today, I run Wesley with my two sons, a real family business, treating every client and every employee like we'd want our own family treated. That philosophy has helped us grow into the largest, most trusted timeshare cancellation company in the United States. Fortune magazine even recognized us as one of the best places to work. Why? Because we genuinely care. In fact, some of our former clients were so moved by their experience working with us, they joined our team so they could help others to timeshare freedom. If you're stuck in a timeshare, give us a call. Let our family help your family.
Call Wesley now for your free timeshare exit kit. 800-687-7979. That's 800-687-7979. 800-687-7979.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. Worried about eviction? You have rights, and Stay Housed LA can help. Stay Housed LA is a partnership between LA County, the City of Los Angeles, and local service providers. From Lancaster to Long Beach, we're here to help you with tenant education workshops, legal clinics, free legal services for eligible tenants, and online resources about tenant protection laws. Don't face eviction alone. Call our hotline at 1-888-694-0040. That's 1-888-694-0040. Or visit stayhousedla.org. Stay Housed LA, keeping Los Angeles residents in their homes. Stay Housed LA, your rights, your home, our community. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
KBLA Talk 1580. Talk radio that's music to your ears. We're unapologetic unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580. You're listening to the voice of reason with Zoe Williams. Only on KBLA Talk 1580.
Hey baby, I'm sorry. I never meant to hurt you. Please don't go.
Slowly, my eyes begin to see that I need you near and with me at all times. Yeah, my feelings are so deep for you that I won't let go. Oh no, of you. And I can turn it around, and only then. Please don't go away from me. When you call my name, I'll reach out my hand to you, to my heart. Please don't go away from me. We can work it out, whatever it may be.
You speak about the neurophysiology of forgiveness.
Sure. Think about frozen circuits. Frozen circuits are hardwired circuits. The more profound the insult to the person that is connected to a strong emotion, the more the brain freezes circuitry. The more we think about the experience, the more we fire and wire the circuits in our brain. Yes or no? Yes. And the more we remember the event, the more we produce the emotions that are associated with it, and we're conditioning the brain and body further into the past. Yes or no? Yes. And you keep doing it enough times, it's no longer conscious that you're holding a grudge. It's no longer conscious that you're stuck. It's now you're seeing everybody through the lens of that experience, and everybody's a betrayer. Everybody can't be trusted. Everybody is that same person. You're overlaying the memory of your experience into reality. You're not seeing it the way it is. You're seeing that person wearing the mask of the last person. That's the lens that we're perceiving reality. Are you with me still? And so then anything in your life that becomes remotely close to it based on your limited perception triggers the emotion in the network, and you're back in your past, and you're acting like you were when it happened. Are you with me still? And so then the person says, I'm not that person. And you say, oh, no, I know. I just had this event in my past, and I'm sorry. And then it's excusable, but then here it happens again. And there's nothing wrong with this. We all do it. It's just, how do we overcome it? So then you're sitting and doing the work, and you're moving energy up those centers. You're releasing the life force into your brain. You are blessing those centers and taking a scoop and moving it all the way up and releasing it all the way up into the field. You're opening the channel. You're unfolding as nobody, no one, no thing, no where, and no time, and the identity and the personality is gone. Energy's.
Hey, man, if y'all have never heard of this guy before, come on. Dr. Joe Dispenza, man. He's socking you upside your dome piece on your way home from Jones Beach, man. And it's 4 a.m. You tired, but he's socking you upside the head with that truth, that good truth. Goodness gracious. Listen, I got to get her in here. Attila Phillips, Houston, Texas. Attila.
I'm here.
Stagnant magnet. What was you on when you came up with this? Are you a stagnant magnet? The passive voice of unforgiveness. Lord have mercy. You avoidant unforgiveness? Is there such a thing? Talk to me.
Avoidant unforgiveness?
That passive unforgiveness.
The passive voice. I wanted to kind of clarify because I know Ida had asked me in the chat, right? Like, so passive voice and grammar, you hear businesses use this a lot. They say mistakes were made. They never tell you by whom.
Right.
That is designed,
Passive
right?
voice,
So that
yes.
right. So essentially, a scapegoat can be constructed in the process of them trying to, determine what needs to be done. And we do the exact same thing in our relationships. Meanwhile, while your partner is building up a scapegoat to escape their accountability, you're sitting there trying to kind of deconstruct their language, whether that's spoken or whether it's shown.
My goodness. They give you an open-ended Zen cone, a riddle, and you're supposed to understand what it is. Lord have mercy.
I'm trying to tell you.
Lord.
I'm trying to tell. And imagine, let's go even deeper. Let's say you're not in a relationship. You're single. You do the same thing to yourself. You hide things in different compartments of your mind. That's why we call it compartmentalization.
This is deep.
Which is basically why you experience stagnancy. With a person, the reason why I think it's easier to point out is because you have different perspectives that can show you things and show you the ways that your actions are leading to inaction. But when it's you within yourself, and I'm going through this right now, like in my life, I feel when you start uncovering your own places of biases and judgments and, just kind of hiding from maybe the more negative aspects of yourself, I think that's where the stagnancy comes in.
Oh, I love it. Here's your psychological insight. The limbic system loops to preserve identity through narrative repetition. That's Dr. You know who it is. It's Rothschild, Babette Rothschild. Your metaphysical insight, Dr. David R. Hawkins notes, obsession holds the vibration of pride disguised as processing. Here's a tool you can use. Use EFT tapping while repeating this mantra. I release the need to rehearse my history. Now, I got a question for my niece right now. When memory becomes your lover, what happens to the presence touch?
Presence touch.
It don't.
You're going to be able to touch the present. You live in the past.
Come on.
You live in the past. You can't live in more than one, I would say, dimension at the same time, if that makes sense. You cannot be, I don't believe you can be consciously present in multiple dimensions. I think that's why, for example, when we go to sleep, who knows where you went? You might travel somewhere, right? Maybe you travel back to the past in your sleep. I don't know. But I say all that to say, I think relationally, living in the past with a current and present partner is one of the biggest heartbreaks that person can experience because they are dealing with the consequences of your actions from your past results. They have no idea where it's coming from.
Oh, my God. Psychological insight here. Avoidant attachments or avoidant attachers prefer nostalgia over intimacy, according to Heller. Lord have mercy. Oh,
100%. Because it's like a comfort. I would say it's like psychological comfort food. If I can indulge myself in a particular hobby or a TV show or whatever it is that brings a certain level of familiarity and comfort, which is really what I was trying to seek from you and didn't get, then I'm going to basically put my time into that. That's where the deactivation strategies come in.
Okay, I got another question for you. Does forgiving mean forgetting or remembering without venom?
I would say the latter. I would say the latter is a mature response. But I think when you talk about forgetting, you got to think sometimes we have certain things that have happened to us that we don't remember. So how do you heal it? What do you do?
Well, healing is just, if we're looking at this etymological root of it, healing is about wholeness. So do you see how there's no getting rid of anything?
100%.
So healing is really about accepting, right? Yes. That's
right. And nothing is wasted. No moment is wasted. I think no good or bad moment. It's kind of like I was telling you we were talking about, even with the topic yesterday, right? You start talking about givers and takers. There is no, to me, really bad dynamic in the grand scheme of things. How it may seem in that moment is a different story. But if you were able to look at your things from like a bird's eye view, for example, you would see how things kind of come together to get you to certain points.
Stay right there. Don't go nowhere. Avoidant attachers prefer nostalgia over intimacy. We gave you that note. But Heller, that's from Heller. But here's the spiritual counterpart to it. Paramahansa Yogananda called that right there, this nostalgia, he said, this is romance with illusion. When we come forward, me and my niece gonna keep it cooking. Let's go.
Is it good to you? More Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams when we come forward.
Yo, this is Zoe Williams, the VOR, and I got another incredible Black-owned business for you. Your podcast deserves more than a closet and a prayer. It deserves a green screen that makes your haters jealous. Do you need 4K so crisp you can see their ego? Mics that catch whispers and rants? Hey, a stage that turns Aunt Mildred into Beyonce. Listen, all you got to do is check out OneStream.tv, Inglewood Studio Playground, where backyard dreams get VIP upgrades. They've got cameras, mics, stages, step and repeat, everything you need. Lights that flatter people who never get flattering. They got all you need to produce the podcast of your dreams. Listen, their rates are as low as $75 an hour. Yes, really. Swing by 740 Centinela Ave. Call 323-296-4444. Once again, that's 323-296-4444. Trust me, my brother Mike will take care of you. OneStream.tv.
I'm talking lights, camera, action. KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
Imagine a Los Angeles where everyone can thrive, where communities have access to the resources they need to succeed. That's the vision of Detours Mentoring Group, Inc. They're dedicated to improving life in LA County by providing educational support, employment assistance, and spaces for community engagement. By 2050, they want LA to be the best place to connect, create, learn, live, and play. They're working toward an education system that's well-resourced and culturally responsive, becoming a hub for artists and innovators, and making sure everyone has access to healthy food, quality healthcare, and safe housing. It's about building a future where we all have the chance to succeed. We invite you to learn more about their mission and get involved with Detours Mentoring Group, Inc. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
The California Crusader newspaper would like to thank all of our subscribers for their support throughout the years, proudly serving the South Los Angeles and South Bay areas for more than 40 years. The California Crusader is a multicultural, Black-owned, adjudicated newspaper that focuses on providing newsworthy information to the people in our community. We're constantly looking for ways to assist businesses in our community to connect with our subscribers. We provide low-cost, effective ways to promote your business with our reasonable and affordable advertising rates. You can participate by suggesting, sharing, and submitting your stories on the California Crusader newspaper Community Share Facebook group page, or visit our website at cal-cruise-news.com. That's calcruisenews.com. Then click on the Submit Now button located on the top right corner of the homepage, or text CCN to 42828. Again, text CCN to 42828. The California Crusader newspaper, working together to build a better community for our future. Subscribe today.
You know you want some more. It's the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Take a look at me. Tell me, do you like what you see? Do you think you can?
Well, you know, honestly and truthfully, by realizing that those who harm others are themselves deluded, you know, and they're overcome by poisonous mind states. This is why they do things which are bad and harmful. Otherwise, if they had more intelligence, they wouldn't do that. Genuine wisdom, intelligence, not just, you know, stupid intelligence. Isn't that sad? I mean, would we want a mind which did those things which that person has done? really and truly, So therefore, harboring revenge or ill will really just hurts us more than it hurts them. It doesn't hurt them. I mean, we sit there feeling angry and upset and hurt.
Man, that was Tenzin Palmo Jet Sunma. I love Tenzin. I love Pema Chodron. I love the variety of voices that I'm bringing to this discussion. My niece is still on the line, Attila Phillips from Houston, Texas. I want to ask her this final question before I let her go to enjoy the rest of her evening.
Yes, sir.
Who benefits when your pain remains the protagonist? Who benefits when your pain remains the protagonist?
Really, you do. Really, you do. Because even when your pain is in the forefront, that's still a lesson, right? That's still to me like part of your curriculum. But I think you can only benefit as far as your sight will allow you to see, if that makes sense.
Ooh, one step in front of the other, right?
100%.
The journey of 10,000 miles begins with one step, right?
Boy, I'm tired. You hear me? I think I'm on step number like 15 out of 5,500. I don't know. I'm tired.
I love it. I love
yes.
it. I love it. Hey, niece, guess what you just did?
I brought Houston in the building.
Houston, Texas in the building. The VOR is on complete fire. This is what we do. But now it's time for me to land the plane. Does forgiving mean forgetting or remembering without venom? Here is the clinical insight. EMDR integrates the memory of whatever happened with you. It doesn't seek to erase it. Many of us want to get it out of our mind and move on, but we fail to realize that your body is Davy's locker for painful memories. That's where it's stored. The body remembers. Your metaphysical insight for that is divine love holds no amnesia, only transmutation, according to Nichols. Here's something for you to practice. Repeat this mantra. I remember, and yet I am still free. Right? Who benefits when your pain remains the protagonist? Your psychological insight. Secondary gain rewards stagnancy with moral superiority. Your philosophical insight. Nietzsche warned of resentment masquerading as virtue. Listen, Nietzsche, he warned against resentment masquerading as virtue. Here's a tool. Write this in your journal, right? Write an ego audit listing how your pain keeps you special. See, you're a stagnant magnet. You're attracting stagnancy because memory, your ego is rooted in memory. You feel justified being forever the victim. This is why you keep getting intimate lessons that's going to teach you. Can you love your wound without letting it lead? Your psychological insight. Internal family systems honor the wounded part, but removes it from the driver's seat, according to Schwartz. Listen to that. Internal family systems, IFS, honors the wounded part, but removes it from the driver's seat. I had somebody tell me a couple of weeks ago, I just like to be in control. The wound is in the driver's seat. I just can't trust people, the wound is in the driver's seat. It ain't gonna never work out for me because I always track this type of, the wound is in the driver's seat. The victim is driving. The wounded victim is driving. Your metaphysical insight. Love heals by inclusion, not hierarchy. You fumbled me. You lost your opportunity with me because you were human while you were with me. I need superhuman love. I need superhuman perfection in order for my wounds to know that you are consistent. Ooh, the wound is in the driver's seat. You don't even know you're a stagnant magnet. Here's a practice. Visualize the wound sitting beside you and not in front of you as your leader. Visualize that. Then visualize the wound sitting in a car seat with its face pointed towards the back window. Who wants this work tonight? Does silence heal or hide? Right? The clinical insight here is suppression increases somatic storage, according to Vanderklok. Your body is Davy's locker. You kill a memory, it goes down to the depths of your body. The Marianas Trench in your body. Oh my God. Your psychological insight or philosophical insight. Using E' Alfred Korzybski's General Semantics and E', silence speaks only through context. Does your stillness express peace or fear? Here's a tool. 5-minute truth speak. State one unspoken truth aloud every day. Do it for 5 minutes. One unspoken truth. Speak on it. Listen, I started the conversation. It's up to you to finish it. Today is my Friday. The voice of reason is up out of here. But, hey, make no mistake, I'll be back next week with a whole week full of slappers. Let's get it.